Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my Biafran people, how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyindoma Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I repeat, for the naysayers, for the shallow-minded people that don't understand the title of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I repeat, may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. That's the way I'll be speaking to the zoo right now, because they are shallow-minded. They are illiterates. They are functioning illiterates. They refuse to understand, to comprehend things when it comes to we, the Biafrans, when it comes to our affairs. So going forward, we shall be speaking to them like the children that they are. Ordinary someone's title, they don't know it. The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. They will say, no, he said he's a self-acclaimed Prime Minister of Biafra. They call him the self-acclaimed. Ordinary basic title of a job role, of a position, of a political office. These animals living in dark ages. When we call you a shithole, you get offended. But you are worse than a shithole country. You guys, you are backward. Deliberately backward. Today, let us speak to this man, Senator ABARIBE. ABARIBE, you in Abuja. You live in Abuja. Simon Ekpa is not the reason why you senators, you politicians from Biafra land are based in Abuja. Simon Ekpa is not the one that when even Nnamdi Kanu came out peacefully speaking from 2012, and by 2017, oh my God, have mercy, he had a bail in your zoo courts. But that same year, your so-called president, Buhari, sent his Fulani killer headsmen dressed in Nigerian military uniform. At least now we know who they are. During that time, you all called them the military. No, they were the Fulani headsmen dressed in Nigerian military uniform. They went to the house of Nnamdi Kanu, a man on bail in your so-called court. A man who was exercising his bail rights in your so-called shithole country. No, your president sent his terrorist squad, known as your military, to the home of Nnamdi Kanu to go and kill a man in bail, to take the life of a man in bail. In that process, 28 innocent lives were killed. 28 lives. Not even his dog, Jack, was spared. But today, the zoo that are calling Simon Ekpa the killer of his people. Simon is the killer of his people. Simon kills his people. Where were they when Buhari did what he did? Did they write to the UN? Did they write to Finland? Did they write to the EU? Did they write to the ICC? No, it was we, the Biafrans, that were writing, and they were accusing Nnamdi Kanu. They called him a criminal. They called him Biafran, a man who lost 28 people in his home. You Nigerians that claim you love us now. You Nigerians that say, oh, you love the Igbos now. The Igbos, you are killing yourself. Simon Ekpa is killing you. What was your action when Buhari did what he did? Your action was to beg Buhari to show you the lifeless body of Nnamdi Kanu among the dead. You begged him to send his military back to go and make a video of the lifeless body, the dead body of Nnamdi Kanu among the 28 men there. That was the response of you guys that are claiming now that you love us. No, you don't love us. You know that in Simon Ekpa, our freedom has come. In him, we have the freedom of Biafra. So you are trying to cajole the stupid ones. Those who pray for liberation, but when their liberator comes, they crucify their liberator the same way they did to Jesus 2,000 years ago. You have somehow entered their mind. You have influenced them, and you are telling them now that, oh, Simon Ekpa is killing your people. Sit at home is bad. Simon Ekpa is taking the lives of the Igbos. And the gullible ones from Biafra land, they believe that. That's my anger. Because these same guys who are advising you, they saw Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2, Python Dance 3, Udoka, and the rest of them way back, and they said nothing about it. They saw how your Nigerian government militarized the whole of the Southeast, as they call it, and they said nothing about it. They were happy. In the elections, they will say the Igbos must go. Those who said they love you now, but back then, just last year, they will say the Igbos must go. Yashukudi, no come out though. Yashukudi, I dey warn you, no come out though. You have forgotten all that, and now you believe the media of Nigeria. Biafrans, you guys should be wise. Biafrans, you guys should be wise. At this point, I'm so vexed. But let me fall back. Let us listen to the nonsense this coward here is speaking. He's here blaming his own. But the politicians from the north, even though they have Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, the headsmen, Lakurawa, all of them combined, you will never see them come out and condemn them. Instead, even their sheikh called them their freedom fighter. They love them. They love them. They love their own. They don't come out in the public to condemn their own. But Ndigbo, you Biafrans, you're always scared of the caliphate. Those in power. Because you're enjoying the crumbs from the table of the caliphate. Here this man condemn his own, and with the same mouth, he is now begging the Nigerian government, please, give us some political positions. We beg you. Give us a political slot. Give us more slot from the southeast. Hi, God. An elephant behaving like an ant. A sleeping giant. Biafrans, you are the real sleeping giants. And we are saying from the 2nd of December, that will be the end. Listen to ABARIBE, the way he spoke so ill about Simon Ekpa. And with that same mouth, he is now begging. They have turned you guys to beggars. You politicians, you disgust us. You are a disgrace to the land of Biafra. You've turned to beggars and paupers. Let me just take it easy. Without any much further ado, I want us to listen to this man, what he said. Then I'll come back to break it down. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen.
Let's get to your view on the arrest of Simon Ekpa in Finland. An event that sparked a mix of relief for some, skepticism for others. Do you believe that this development marks a turning point in addressing separatist agitation in the southeast, or does it risk further complicating the situation?
I think it marks a turning point. I think it's something that is very, very welcome. Because what it does is that it will tell all those people at home who are purveyors of violence, who are being instigated by Simon Ekpa, to now know that he actually said, oh, that he's just a content creator, that he's not, what do you call him now?
He's a prime minister.
Because he's a prime minister. We have always said,
are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Laugh. Let them laugh. They said, oh, he's a content creator. A script that came from Arise News. Somebody just made a satire in an X tweet. They said, oh, Simon Ekpa, who are you? I'm a content creator. And they've taken it as a real fact. They are laughing about it to destroy the image of Simon Ekpa. Well, I've got news for you. It is your 15 minutes of fame. Enjoy your fame while it lasts. Laugh. Get entertained. Are you not entertained? Laugh more, my brother. Laugh. Laugh. Continue.
What he continues to try to direct from there is antithetical to what the Igbo stand for. And that it is totally wrong. And that what has happened is that a legitimate, I will say, quest by the IPOB seeking non-violent referendum was turned by all these, I will say, kidnappers, criminals, and everyone. And
hold it there. Yes, the so-called IPOB, they are seeking non-violent, all the stuff you said about it. But guess what? Your same Nigerian government, while you were under representing them, they went all the way to Kenya to kidnap the leader of your IPOB that you call us. They kidnapped our leader Nnamdi Kanu. While you said theirs was non-violence, according to you, I'm quoting you. Theirs was what? Non-violence. But that same Nigerian government, when it was peaceful, when we were carrying flags, white flag, when we went to church to pray, they sent their military to come and take lives, not to arrest, to take life. And when you say it was non-violent, they still sent their terrorist kidnappers to go to Kenya to kidnap our leader. So, ABARIBE, your argument is flawed at this point. It makes no sense. Because when it was non-violent, your Nigerian government even acted worse. The same government trying to go all the way to Finland to beg Finland to give them Simon Ekpa. That same government carried out an act against international law. They went to a foreign country. Your Nigerian shithole country and government went to a foreign country in Kenya to kidnap somebody through an extraordinary rendition. Brought him to Nigeria. And for 3 years, he's had no case to answer. Those you say they are non-violent. Let's continue. Listen.
because they have found a key. For the average Igbo, when you say Biafra, they feel that, you must be doing the right thing. And they're using it to cause mayhem back in. I mean, whatever they say they are doing in the Southeast is not supported by anybody in the Southeast. All you have is a band of criminals.
Yes.
Now, because they know that when they call themselves IPOB, then everybody will say, okay, maybe they are listening. And also...
Hold on, you said nobody is, supporting what we are doing. That is laughable, because I wish you can find yourself to Finland from the 29th to the 3rd of December. I wish you can find yourself to Finland. In fact, I dare you. I will pay for your flight to and fro and your hotel for the 5 days convention. Take me on that offer, if you can, and come and see for yourself. Those who represent us, those who voted, over 50 million Biafrans that voted for the referendum and the rest of them. Come and see for yourself. You said nobody believes in them, but till this day, the people are observing it at home. And you turn it around and say, no, blame Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is the one forcing them. Biafra has a heartbeat. The core heartbeat is the 5 so-called southeastern states That's the heartbeat, which is why the zoo government, they found the best way they could. They keep on dissecting from the eastern region. They dissect and dissect until they got the so-called 5 states they called Southeast. So how come the other states in Biafra land that are not observing it the way the 5 heartbeats does, how come we don't go to force them? How come we don't go to implement it? You say, no, Simon Ekpa and his voice. Simon Ekpa, look at how shallow you guys reason. If you say we are forcing them to obey it at home, how come the other states in Biafra land, how come we don't go to force them? It is high time you guys smell the coffee and understand that Biafra has come to stay. The people want Biafra. But you guys, the Pharisees, in the court of Caesar, you love what you are doing because you are getting some fringe benefits. At least in a month, you guys go home with millions of naira. You guys can send your children abroad. So even though there is marginalization, even though the people are yearning for freedom, deep inside, you guys, you are nonchalant because you are already enjoying Nigeria the way it is. Nigeria has been a blessing to you, your family, and your children's children. That's why most of you, you'll be in the Senate, you'll be in politics for more than 20 years. Enjoying while the people, they suffer, the people, they perish, the people, they wallow in poverty. There is no presence of the federal government in your so-called southeastern states. There is no fiscal policy present in your so-called southeastern states. There is no monetary policy that can spill over to your so-called southeastern states. And you think the people, they're happy about it. You think the people, they love it. They want to belong to your so-called Nigeria. ABARIBE, you are a liar. I invite you. I will pay your trip. Somebody tell him this thing. I will pay for his trip through and fro to Finland. Come and see for yourself. Be the one to represent your Nigerian Senate in Finland. I beg you to take me on this offer. I beg you, take me on this offer. Come and see for yourself. Come and see the real people of Biafra, the way we roll. Come and see for yourself. Seeing is believing, they say. Come and see for yourself. Don't hide in Abuja and keep on saying this thing you're saying. Biafrans that live in Abuja are the rich ones, the business ones. Come and see for yourself. I'm not saying go to the southeast because you are scared to go to the southeast. Come to Finland, a safe place. Come and see for yourself. I dare you to take me on this offer. Come and see for yourself. Come and see for yourself. That's all I'm saying. I dare you. I dare you. Let's continue, I beg.
Our security agencies also find it difficult to discern between a criminal and somebody who is saying he's doing agitation. And so every little thing that happened, they will now say, oh.
It appeared that Simon Ekpa and some of his friends were feeling a vacuum left after the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu.
Well, what vacuum?
I mean,
Nnamdi Kanu was arrested.
Engaged.
All of us have been going around trying to make sure that we deal with the matter to make him come out, which we continue to tell the federal government that he is the key. Reason is that everybody using his name and the name of IPOB to perpetrate violence and mayhem.
Hold it there. He's the key. You guys don't, you see, this is the problem. You don't know how evil that country is. Most of you are already blinded because when you see them in the Senate, you chat with them, you laugh with them, and now you assume they're your friends. If you think that zoo, they will release Nnamdi Kanu, then it means someone like you are also myopic in the way you reason. You are shallow in your thinking. Your IQ is very, very low. If you think the caliphate will release the savior of the Biafrans, you see, you guys make me laugh. Just yesterday, Aloy Ijima called the lead counsel of Nnamdi Kanu. They went to court to discuss a civil case of Nnamdi Kanu being tried illegally. What happened? The judge was absent. You guys don't know what is happening. The judge to hear the case was absent. It means the next date might come up in 6 or 4 months' time. That's the way they roll in Nigeria. You guys are wasting your time. You all say, oh, Nnamdi Kanu is peaceful, oh, Simon Ekpa is the problem. But your caliphates, they went to Kenya to kidnap the peaceful one. Finland, listen. The same Nigeria who is begging for the head of Simon Ekpa, they went to Kenya to kidnap the so-called most peaceful one. The one who is peaceful, the one who is nice, the one who understands, the one who does his own peacefully, as they claim. This same one, your Nigerian government sent Boko Haram to his house to go and kill him. And in the process, 28 people in the home of one man was slaughtered. Their blood spilled the whole land of Biafra land. And you guys said nothing about it. Those that claim they love us, you Igbos, you are killing yourself. For the Igbos, you kill yourself. Don't trust Simon Ekpa. He is a maniac. He is a maniac. That's what they called him. Please don't trust him. Oh, he is the problem. Simon is your problem. You kill yourself. Simon is mad. He is your problem. He's killing you people. Don't trust him, they said. One of them called him a megalomaniac. I will address that video another day. The idiot that calls Simon Ekpa megalomaniac. I will address him after this video. That's the problem with these guys. You call Simon Ekpa a megalomaniac. Let me break it down. It means somebody who is questing for power and control. Somebody who is weak or naturally strong, but they are questioning, they have the thirst for power. But that same man who called Simon Ekpa such a name will not call somebody like Tinubu, a man who said, Emi Lokon, Egbekini Iwa, Emi Lokon. That's a perfect example of a megalomaniac. Somebody who has a lascivious control for power. But no, they will call Simon Ekpa a man loved by the people, a man who the people they voted for. Show me how many other leaders in that zoo that is as charismatic as Simon Ekpa. Show me one or two that they love in your so-called shithole country. None. But somebody will refer to Simon Ekpa as a megalomaniac. I will deal with the video next after this one. Somebody like Wike can be called a megalomaniac. When you use your word, use it the right way. Paint a picture with the word to address the real person, to meet the characteristics of that person. Don't just use word for the sake of using it. I will deal with that guy after this video. Let's continue. Listen.
Ask the same Simon Ekpa and their group. You want Biafra? Fine. Do you want Biafra or do you get Biafra by killing the same Biafrans you want?
There you go. That is the storyline now that is going around. Do you get Biafra by killing the same Biafrans that you want? That's the storyline. That's the storyline. None of these guys spoke this way to Buhari, that dirty, stinking idiots, that fool. None of them spoke to him this way. They went around begging him. They called him the father of Nigeria. As a father, you have to listen to your people. Please. Release Nnamdi Kanu. They were begging him. A murderer of the Biafrans. A man who called you a dot in a circle. You went around begging him. And now, for the first time, somebody that could match the caliphate in a language they understand. You cowards are out here calling him the name that befits your zoo government. You are calling him the mother of his people. God have mercy. Ndi Igbo, when una go wake up. Ndi Igbo, when una go wake up. Look at the caliphate. My anger is the caliphate. They've all kept quiet. Those you said they are not educated, they have kept their mouth shut. Watching the Igbo and the Yorubas attack themselves. Watching the Middle Belt attack the Igbos and the Yorubas. While those that you said they suck the breast of cow, they shower with the urine of cow, they make love to their cow. Those ones you said they are illiterate. See the way they just fold their hands, watching you guys attack yourself. They fold their hands, watch you guys attack those ones you love. Hi, God have mercy. Ndigbo, you Biafrans, now who doing this thing? Eh? Now who doing this thing? You say you want freedom. When the one coming to give you the freedom, the Redeemer, when it comes, you are the same people that will now connive and take him out. Now you are saying Nnamdi Kanu is peaceful. You will hear him say that. You will see him speak well for Nnamdi Kanu, but the same government did the unthinkable to Nnamdi Kanu. That same government. So if you say Nnamdi Kanu is peaceful and Simon Ekpa is violent, how come the same government spends so much money to go to Kenya to kidnap, not to arrest, to kidnap the most peaceful one? Biafrans, make una wake up. Ndigbo, politicians from the southeast, make una wake up. Make una wake up. It's only you and the Yorubas and the Middle Belt them that have been speaking. Not even the Middle Belt. Those in Edo and this in meaning they're the ones speaking about this stuff. But the Hausa just they laugh for now. The Fulani they laugh for now. The Kanuri they laugh for now. They are laughing at you guys. Hey. Look at those that want the freedom. When the Redeemer came out, they crucified him. The same way you did to Jesus 2,000 years ago. You released Barnabas over Jesus. Barnabas was a criminal, a murderer, a kidnapper, a hoodwinker. All what headsmen are doing now, he was doing it back then. Barnabas was doing that, but you said Pilate should release Barnabas over Jesus. Jesus that came to redeem his people, just because he said he is the king of the Jews. The same way Simon is saying he is the prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. The same thing. Jesus said, oh, me, I am the king of the Jews. It means he is the redeemer, the one sent, the Lamb of God who was sent to the world to redeem the people. But somehow you allow the Pharisees to play it on you, and you chose Barnabas over Jesus. Hey! Lord have mercy. The same thing is happening again today. That's how you make the word of God become flesh. They wrote those things in those books for a reason, because it keeps on repeating itself over and over and over again. It's like a vicious cycle. You are met with the same option. Boko Haram or Simon Ekpa, you choose Boko Haram. Islamization or Biafra, you chose Islamization. The Fulani killer headsmen dressed in Nigerian military coming to kill your people in your land, or Simon Ekpa who has his men to protect the land of these people, and you still chose the caliphate over Simon Ekpa. Hey! Hey, my God have mercy. Hey! Lord have mercy. The same cycle keep on repeating itself. Nnamdi Kanu was here. You all called him Nnamdi Kanu is another savior, holy, holy. You gave him the name holier than thou. Nobody was holier than thou. Yet the same government, they went to Kenya to kidnap him. That should have been that should have been the last straw. But no, somehow you still believe in Nigeria. You still love Nigeria. You say Nigeria will be great. Nigeria go better. We believe in Nigeria. Let's go and beg them. Let us go and beg. Politicians have turned to beggars. Watch the way this interviewer, Sheung, will penetrate this guy to show you what is next to come. They are happy that Simon Ekpa has been so-called arrested. Nnamdi Kanu has been held, has not been released. A man who was kidnapped, there is no way they'll release him. Kidnappers don't release you for free. There must be a ransom paid. A kidnapper will always be a kidnapper. Nnamdi Kanu was not brought to Nigeria legally. There was an extraordinary rendition. Don't expect a kidnapper to release a victim for free. No way. There is a reason why Britain kept a blind eye. That a British man, a black British, that went on holiday to Kenya with a British passport. I keep on repeating it, with a British passport. He didn't go to Kenya with a Nigerian passport. It means Nnamdi Kanu was their subject the moment he left England. But till this day, not even the BBC or what they call it, ITV, Sky News, none of them, nor the government is reporting it. And you are here begging them. And the one told by us, Nnamdi Kanu told us to listen to, you now support them over Simon Ekpa. It means now they have kidnapped your Moses and they are trying to kidnap your Joshua. And you politicians, you Pharisees in Abuja, you still love them. You love the caliphate. Listen to the way Shehu will catch this man. He thinks by condemning Simon Ekpa, it means, okay, all is now well and sweet. Listen to where Shehu will not catch this man to show you guys the next phase of the caliphate. You people say the caliphate is not, that they are not educated. You guys are making the biggest mistake because somebody will not go school. Somebody in the exam hall can still give him the real answer just to write. Britain has a script. Britain, the English you speak is a language from Britain. In Wales, they speak Welsh. In Scotland, I think Gaelish and the rest of them. But in England, they speak English. So this grammar you guys are blowing. You are saying the Fulani, oh, they are not educated, oh. They are not smart. Well, the king of English, those that gave birth to that language, they give the caliphate the script on how to outsmart you guys. And they've been doing it well. So yes, laugh them that, oh, they are the least educated in Nigeria. Say that at your own peril. Because they have the blueprint on how to deal with you guys. The same way Britain dealt with you guys when they came to Islamize you. They came back again to colonize you. And to some of you, you have forgotten the Islamization of Nigeria. You only remember the colonization of Nigeria by Britain. That's to show you how Britain roll. They have the script and they've given it to the caliphate. Now you will see a taste of it from the question that Shehu will ask. But let's continue. I will let you know when we get there. Let's continue. Listen.
How does murdering people, how does kidnapping people, how does going around and spreading mayhem, killing policemen, burning police stations down and all that help you?
I mean, calling Nigeria animal farm, calling Nigeria zoo, calling Nigeria all sort of painting a picture that this is a hell on earth, a country that is unlivable, and giving an impression from outside of the country as though anyone who is in government or anyone who represents any other thing other than IPOP is a villain. Now,
this is the beginning of the trick. Now, we told you the zoo, they are master of what? Tricks, because Britain has given it to them. They are master of it. And this guy who is speaking, perhaps he came with a script. I'm not sure, but for the fact he took it that way, you will see where he's landing. Just watch you. He will rope Nnamdi Kanu in the discussion. Just watch. You blame Simon Ekpa. They will rope the name of Nnamdi Kanu into it now to make him look like a monster more than Simon Ekpa. Listen. You see me? I have the, oh my God. I can decipher what these guys are doing. So those of you who are out there in the public, oh, Simon Ekpa is this, Simon Ekpa is... you are wasting your time. You are giving the zoo more fuel to burn you with. Listen.
Those who believe that, yes, the agitation and some of the intervention that Nnamdi Kanu represented, as soon as he got off the radar, the scene, there are those who wanted to feel and lead that voice. But the question is that you have been agitating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari government has passed. You were arrested as being a surety for Nnamdi Kanu. There are those, in fact, who said some of you were the promoters of the likes of Nnamdi Kanu. And
boom, hold it there. This is the beginning. After you say all that about Simon Ekpa, now they've turned around to say you are the ones, the promoters of Nnamdi Kanu. You were the shorty. You were the one that entered bail for Nnamdi Kanu. This is the beginning. Watch the way they will turn around and insult your so-called politicians. Just watch. How many of the northern politicians have you seen come out this way to condemn Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, headsmen, even Lakorawa that just came from nowhere? Lakorawa has been there for 6 years. They kept quiet. Nobody heard about them. They were thanking their God, praying for them to grow much further. 6 years ago, there was Lakurawa. No northern politician came out to expose them. But Simon came in the scene to protect the land. He has the blueprint. Under 2 years, look at how far he has gone. And those who are enjoying in the palace of Caesar, they are here now attacking him. But watch the way Shewun, this guy, will disgrace ABARIBE. Listen. It is psychology. Listen. Just take it back. Listen.
the Kalu represented, as soon as he got off the radar, the scene, there are those who wanted to feel and lead that voice. But the question is that you have been agitating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari government has passed. You were arrested as being a surety for Nnamdi Kanu. There are those, in fact, who said some of you were the promoters of the likes of Nnamdi Kanu, and what has led to some of the violence that we have seen in the South. The fundamental question is, how can this end the agitation, or what can bring to a conclusive peace in the Southeast region?
You are the promoter of Nnamdi Kanu that have led to the violence you see in the Southeast. From Simon Ekpa. Kill Simon Ekpa. Arrest him. Bring him back to Nigeria. Extradite him. The zoo, they've turned it around and put it to you on Nnamdi Kanu because they know that Nnamdi Kanu is the key. There was a spare key in Simon Ekpa's hand. They didn't see it. There was a spare key in the hand of Simon Ekpa to unlock the kingdom of Biafra. They didn't see it. They saw Nnamdi Kanu as the key, the master key. Some of you, when you pray, you say, prayer is the key. Learn how to interpret this thing. You say, prayer is the key, prayer is the key, prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master key. It means pray. Keep on praying without ceasing. Night and day. Keep on praying. From seed time to harvest. You pray while you are planting, and you pray during your harvest to make sure it's a bumper harvest. Prayer is the key. To them, Nnamdi Kanu was the master key. Kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra is dead. The Buhari government, they paid all those around Nnamdi Kanu, those they call the DOS, the rest of them, to smoke him out. Kanu saw this coming, which was why he left England. Because what is happening in Finland today to Simon Ekpa could have happened much quicker in England. Because England or Britain is the owner or the parent of Nigeria. So Kanu knew what was happening. He could see what was happening. The so-called MI5 were parking outside his house. He found his way to Kenya, a location nobody knew about. But somehow they were able to smoke him out. So to them, Nnamdi Kanu was the key. Kanu was the key. Nnamdi Kanu was the master key. If you can, oh my God, let me not even go there. But to them, they said if they could kidnap him, then Biafra is dead. He was the key. Unknown to them, in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, in the 11th hour, he created a spare key where he told us to listen to Simon Ekpa, share his video, because Simon is coming with a new dimension. They didn't see it coming. Then they were calling Simon Ekpa a small boy. They didn't see it coming. But today, Shehu has gone back to revisit that master key, Nnamdi Kanu. Ndigbo, politicians from the so-called southeast, Ndigbo, if you allow the caliphate to keep holding Nnamdi Kanu and somehow bribe their way in Finland, Ndigbo, if you allow that, then I'm sorry. The Biafra land you know to today, you will never see it again. At least for the next 100 years, you will never see it again. Because this is the best chance for us to find our way and live. The contract has expired. The contract that most of you didn't know, you didn't even know about it. The 100 years amalgamation contract has expired. But the caliphate, they've refused to allow you to leave. If you miss this mistake, if you think Simon Ekpa is the main case here, a guy that could speak the language of the caliphate, that can speak the language of the Zoo military, they come to kill us, we kill them back. That's the way it is. You must defend yourself. It is allowed in the international bodies or whatever you want to call it. It's not a crime to defend yourself. When they come to take that of yours, you must find a way to defend yourself by enemies. By enemies. So sit back and relax. Watch the way Shehu got this guy unawares. They've gone back to the case of Nnamdi Kanu as the originator of the problems in the southeast. What they call the southeast. I tell you, the caliphate, if you give them this chance, Ndigbo, politicians from Biafra land, if you give these animals chance to destroy the last thing we have, then you can kiss your land goodbye. You can kiss your culture goodbye. Even your language, kiss it goodbye. Kiss your religion, your way of life, goodbye. Last time we heard, they are saying now the Igbos don't sell land. On TV, Ruben Abati is saying you Igbos don't sell land. His so-called best friend, Oji Okpe, see the way she was bullied live on air. I was taken aback. I said, you see, be careful. Those you call your friends, be careful. You rich guys, Peter Obi, you say, oh, all my friends, they are nice to me. Don Your Kukwe is doing to you what Ruben did to our sister, Oji Okpe. Today, Don Your Kukwe, your DG for the Labour campaign, he's going about celebrating Tinubu. Oh, you guys don't know what is coming. Ruben Abati win every day in their show. Next to you is Oji Okpe coming with the news. Oji Okpe coming with the news. Oji Okpe. Every day he shouting that name. You would think they are best of friends. But just one day she checked him in what he said about the Igbos. She said, there is a news that this is going on. Are you happy to, recant your statement or to clarify your statement? See the way he lost his cool. Shouting at her. Not only shouting, showing the venom in his face. I was taken aback. Live on TV. The only presenter they call by his title, Dr. Ruben. In a program, you don't do that. You call them by their first name. You call them by their first name, no title there. If a presenter, you call by their, because you're all equal in the panel. I digress. Let's come back to this. It's just to give you a taste. Those who say, oh, the caliphate, they're our friend. I'm a politician, they love me. I'm in the media, they love me now. We are all one. We laugh a lot. When we're doing our program, we laugh a lot. Peter will be told today. Doyin Okupe has shown you. Doyin is showing you the true color of Nigeria that you love. That's Nigeria for you. People with a different culture, way of life, tradition, they see it differently. They say the Igbos don't sell land. We know say in our culture, we don't buy land that way. Your family will give you land. So yeah, go build your own thing there. All the houses I built in my land, I didn't buy no land. Family will come and say, hey, what do you want to, okay, take this land there, build now. Something else again, okay, that's a good news now. Okay, take that land there, for near, the back of that this and there, yeah, all this place. You can do it. Oh, you want to build a farmhouse? Okay, then in that case, you have to go to the outskirts too. Because, farm and the poultry and the smell of the, of their feces. So you have to go to the outskirts. And go to the outskirts, But no problem. Just, if you need us to come around, we'll help you to, That's how it's done. It's all about the culture. Your culture is different. So those that sell to anybody, their culture is different. Our own culture, let's call it spade a spade. It is different. The Fulani culture too is different. The Hausa culture is different. The same Dr. Ruben yesterday said, oh, the Igbos now, their bride price is slave price. When you pay bride price, you are selling your daughters. Because to them, it is alien to them what a bride price means. They don't understand it. Despite in your Bible, somebody wanted to marry somebody, he had to go and farm for the parents before he was able to marry that girl. Bride price, they don't understand what it means. It's our culture. Your culture is your way of life. It's different. But because Britain created a problem, Britain did what they did. Now, because you are so-called one country, there is no way they will respect your culture anymore. Because people are being subdued in Nigeria. So the Biafrans, listen to me. You guys are being subdued. But now they're even encroaching upon your culture. God forbid, if it was the Igbos that were marrying 12-year-old girls by now, our nickname will be the pedophiles, the Igbo phobias, the Igbo, they will give you a name as a pedophile. They'll be insulting us as pedophiles. But thank God, it's not part of our culture to do such. But those who it's in their culture in the north to do what they are doing, these guys, they are scared to attack them because they are the ruling class. That's how you know when you are being subjugated in a country. That's when you know it's the best time to leave. When people don't laugh with you, but they laugh at you, it is the best time to leave. So in this case, this man here, he assumed that Shehu is his friend. He's happy attacking Simon Ekpa. ABARIBE was attacking Simon Ekpa. Now Shehu has spilled it over. He has turned it around. Because him don't catch ABARIBE for the blockage. And say it is better to grab the bull by the balls than by the horn. Grab the bull by the balls and the bull will sit still. Today, ABARIBE don't talk, trying to appease the caliphate, attacking Simon Ekpa. Suddenly, this man don't catch him now for Siki 1. So if you're ready, let's take it there and I'll allow it to flow. Listen, 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 Listen.
Kanu. There are those, in fact, who said some of you were the promoters of the likes of Nnamdi Kanu, and what has led to some of the violence that we have seen in the South. The fundamental question is, how can this end the agitation, or what can bring to a conclusive peace in the Southeast region?
How it will end is simple. Every one of them claims that it is because Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated.
Okay.
That is why they are doing. They are not. That's not why. It will end when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, and then we now know who is a genuine agitator and who is a criminal.
Akoko.
How do you go about that?
How you go about that is that when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, then he can know his followers.
Listen, no.
By extra legal or judicial means.
No.
Listen, no.
Nobody will now have a reason to say, oh, we are burning down this station, we are killing this policeman, we are killing our own people, nobody's doing, you are going to be doing sit at home because he is incarcerated.
Senator,
Listen to the trap now, please. Listen to the trap. Lend me your ears. Listen to the way this man was caught. The zoo, make that they careful of the zoo. You Biafrans, make una dey careful. You are so quick to expose your own. Listen to the way this idiot here was caught by this guy. Sheung caught this man wide open. He didn't see it coming. He didn't see the soccer punch coming. Listen.
Is that how would this happen? How will Nnamdi Kanu be released? Because if he's going to, that means the case before the courts are probably going to be jettisoned. Those are extra legal means.
There you go. No, not Sheung. How will he be released? It means the case in court will be jettisoned. They will go back to that court case. 3 years already gone. No, they will go back to that court case. You guys don't know who you are dealing with. They will go back to that court case. They will tell you, no. In the case of Nnamdi Kanu, no. We must follow the law. We must follow the law. They will tell you, we will not interfere with the law court. And Nnamdi Kanu, despite he has no case to answer. The zoo will not release Nnamdi Kanu. That's what these guys need to understand. But because, they are clouded in their judgment. Let's take it back. Listen to the way they caught this man. The cut was very deep. Very, very deep. He's a fool. Listen.
How you go about that is that when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, then he can know his followers.
By extra legal or judicial means.
No. Nobody will now have a reason to say, oh, we are burning down this station, we are killing this policeman, we are killing our own people, nobody's doing, you are going to be doing sit at home because he is incarcerated.
Senator, what I'm asking is that how would this happen? How will Nnamdi Kanu be released? Because if he's going to, that means the case before the court is probably going to be jettisoned. Those are extra legal means or political means.
The Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. The Supreme Court has even accepted that. And what we have been doing is, rather than continuing through the court process, let us take it outside of that. What has Nnamdi Kanu done that Igboho did not do? Think about it.
Now you are back to the LCM again. Hey! After saying all these things, you are back to that same place. You are back to June 2021 again. A merry-go-round. These guys don't know what is coming. That's the problem with these guys. They don't know. They cannot see. They claim that, oh my, Lord have mercy. These guys don't know what is coming. You can't go up. You can't come down. You are wasting your time. They will not release Nnamdi Kanu. They will take it back. You will go back explaining, he was kidnapped from Kenya Through an extraordinary rendition, he was brought to Nigeria. What did Igboho do that Nnamdi Kanu did not do? You know, it was similar. Even Showore, a guy who, you know, Buhari held in Abuja for 5 years. Even today, Showore is still insulting Nigeria. He has called for revolution now. At the airport, they tried to hold him. He bullied them in the airport, showed a video, and it was released. How come Showore can say what he's saying, but he is not being held? But Nnamdi Kanu, who spoke in England, is still under the captivity of the DSS. Even Showore, yesterday, we saw him in England. He took a letter to Britain. Is it to the Queen or to the Prime Minister of England? He gave them the letter, and he's a free man today. The language of a conquered people. The language of slaves. The language of those who love their master because they're getting some crumbs from the table of the caliphate. They make some millions backdoor. Just them and their family. And they assume it's okay. Maintain the status quo because I am enjoying. Not we are enjoying. Me, myself, and I am enjoying some money from government. So it's okay. Just beg them. Go and beg them. You are begging. You have turned the Biafrans to beggars. That when a redeemer came, one told by Nnamdi Kanu that we should listen to, you are here condemning Simon Ekpa and uplifting Nnamdi Kanu. But before your eyes, they've taken the rug off you. Shehu has lifted up your skirt to expose your nakedness. And you are back to June 2021. That's a special date for you all to remember. June 2021, the month and year Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. He is back to that date again. Caliphate. The caliphate. You guys don't understand their language. You guys does not understand their language. You keep on begging. He who goes a begging goes a sorrowing. You keep on begging from sun up to sundown. You are back to 2021 June. And you are here saying, oh, Igboho this, Igboho that. Showore this, Showore that. Zazaki in the North was released. Even the Super Cup wanted by FBI. Somehow they came up with the case and said, oh no, he's already in jail in Nigeria. FBI, please, leave the Super Cup alone. That story is somehow, I've even forgotten the name of the Super Cup. The cabal will make you forget their own. You'll forget their own. You will love them. You see, the cabal, they respect Simon Ekpa. But they are surprised that you guys have made their job very easy. Say, Whoa, are you saying the Igbos, they are not the one attacking Ojukwu? That is how they see it. It's like, put your mind, during the Biafran War, 1967 to 1970, before Gowon sent his military down to Biafra land. Imagine the eastern region coming with a faction attacking Ojukwu, blackmailing him, trying to kill him. They kill people and they blame him. Gowon will be smiling from ear to ear. And he said it. He said, only if he had known that just to bribe a few will lead to the eastern region attacking Ojukwu, he could have done that. He would have spared the life of 7 million people. Had I known that these guys, all they want is some crumbs on the table. All they need is to promise them governorship. All they need is to say, hey, look, don't join them because you are very, very, I see something great in you and I believe I can make you my successor. When I leave as president, come, I will make you president. The Ebonyi governor and all those guys, they were promised presidency. They were promised. And because of that, they prescribed IPOB. They came and killed us. They created Ibubeago and the rest of them against those coming to redeem their people. Selfish interest. Today, this one who is talking, Simon, buy him, is the problem. Now, Shehu don't open his skirts to expose his nakedness. In Yazoo, they will say, breeze don't blow, foul nyash don't open. But in the Western world, we'll say, lift up his skirt to expose his nakedness. Because during those days, men used to wear skirts or probably gown. So lift up the garment to expose his nakedness. ABARIBE is here confused, looking perplexed. He didn't know what hit him. You see, the media, they come with a script. The cabal give them a script. Somehow, they do this stuff. I don't know how they do it, but they always do it. In the case of Simon, they say, oh, the self-acclaimed Prime Minister of Biafra. Oh, he said he is a content creator, and you believe them. You believe them. People, I can go on and on. Make we hear the way they catch this man, ABARIBE. A smart fool, a useful idiot, useful idiot in this case. He was used to condemn Simon Ekpa. And now, the one he loved, Nnamdi Kanu, is now being exposed by the caliphate. Take it back, no, take it back, please. Listen.
You're going to be doing sit at home because he is incarcerated.
Senator, what I'm asking is that how would this happen? How will Nnamdi Kanu be released? Because if he's going to, that means the case before the courts are probably going to be jettisoned. Those are extra legal means.
The Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria. The Supreme Court has even accepted that. And what we have been doing is, rather than continuing through the court process, let us take it outside the court. That. What has Nnamdi Kanu done that Igboho did not do? Think about it. Yet Igboho is walking free today. Is it shouting or you're screaming? They've said all that. Even Igboho went the other day to London to say, oh, I'm going to submit a letter to the Prime Minister. To the Prime Minister or to the King of England or whatever. We want to have our own nation. What has happened to him? You never had anything from the Nigerian government. So
yes, because you are a fool and you are stupid to assume that you are together. You assume you are one country. There's a war going on, but you are so foolish to assume everything is equal. They say in that zone there are two rules. Two rules apply in Nigeria. One for the Biafrans and the other one for others. There is rule of law in Nigeria, but the Biafrans can't even get it. Others do get it, but the Biafrans will not get it. Even the terrorists, Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, headsmen, Lakorawa, they have more rights than the Biafrans because they go around committing mayhem, genocide, killing and everything. But at the end, that same government say, oh, we have forgiven them. They are now repentant. They are born again. Somehow, somebody can change. Imam will come and make 10,000 Boko Haram to become born again. Under one day. And the next thing, they go to a 6 weeks program and they join your military, your police, your customs, your navy, and the rest of them. You've seen this happen over at even Hisbah. Somebody was telling me in the north that Hisbah, it is headsmen that are now Hisbah. Boko Haram, they are members of Hisbah. You guys should be careful of Hisbah. They are coming. Hisbah, they are coming. This is my own prophecy. The Hisbah police, they are coming. There is a police in your shito called Nigeria known as Hisbah. They are the ones that carry out the Sharia law. They implement, they execute the law of the Sharia. They are coming. Very soon, Hisba will be all across Nigeria. Mark my words, somebody from the north told me this. A Christian girl from the north. I follow her on social media. And she told me that we respect Simon Ekpa. He's a hero. In the north, they respect him. And Nnamdi Kanu is seen as a prophet. But it's a shame that our people blackmail them. That's what she told me. And she told me something new is coming up. Through Sharia now, the police called Hisba will still be operating nationally, not only in the north. Hisba police will still be operating nationally. Mark my word. I was taken aback. It blew my mind. I said, Hisba? I said, yes. It is called Hisba police. They wear green. I said, eh? Yes, they wear green. Very soon, they will be all across the whole country. They will claim they are the ones to stop the headsmen. That will be the plan. They will deploy them all across Nigeria to say they will be the ones to stop the headsmen from messing people's farm up and eating your crops. But that's the way Nigeria will become Islamized, because their foot soldiers will be all across Nigeria. Mark my words, I'm not a prophet. I only gave you what I heard. Mark my words, because sometimes you must understand the psychology from those in the north. That's what I do. I love to, interview them, interrogate them to understand the psychology. Those in the north, what did they think about Nigeria? What did they think about what we the Biafrans are doing to break out of Nigeria? How did they see it? Tell me your own perspective, your own school of thoughts, the way you guys reason, or how do you perceive what we are doing? To have a balanced argument. Sometimes it is good to do that. Your argument must be balanced, not just one-sided. I am all-rounded. I must know different perspective before I come to a conclusion. You must have different perspective of how things are, how they see things, before you make the final judgment. Unfortunately, men like ABARIBE, because they are already making some money from government, he's been in politics for so many years. He's one of the oldest serving senators, so the money is good. I don't blame him. Sometimes people like this, when you're becoming selfish, the money is good. Your children, they go to the best schools. They have the best of life. They live abroad. They school abroad. They have married white girls abroad. They've married your best friend in Senate, and they are living abroad. They have a big house abroad. They have real estate abroad. They are doing business abroad. They do Airbnb hotel stuff abroad. We understand that. The money is good. They have a plan A and plan B. They have a plan B passport abroad. We understand that. It's now a habit to enjoy that millions coming in every month. 10 million every month, 20 million every month. It is now a habit. Nobody wants to relinquish such. It's now a habit. If Simon Ekpa is in the picture, he will slow down the money you are getting. He will stop the money you are getting. So, for that reason, the way he's doing it is not acceptable. Simon Ekpa is not welcomed here. I understand. But listen to the way the journalist got him from the back. He didn't see the dagger. It was coming, he didn't see it. Listen.
Has been treated unfairly.
Of course, and
take it back. Listen again. Listen.
done that Igboho did not do.
Okay.
Think about it. Yet Igboho is walking free today. Is it you're shouting, you're screaming? They've said all that. Even Igboho went the other day to London to say, oh, I'm going to submit a letter to the...
Story.
To the Prime Minister or to the King of England or whatever. Oh, we want to have our own nation. What has happened to him? We've never had anything from the Nigerian government. So
has been treated unfairly.
what I'm saying, of course.
Listen.
This is the issue now.
Listen.
The the Southeast, 5 states,
Listen.
50 ministers. A state like Ogun State has 4 ministers.
Hold it. Back to begging now. Listen to the story now. Back to square one. Something that we have come to solve, to say, okay, enough of this begging and crying. Have your nation. We shall give you a nation. But now they are back to square one. Back to begging again. Listen. Listen to the way they are begging again. Back to square one. Just listen.
The whole Southeast, just that 5.
Okay.
And so when people continue to look at this unequal treatment, you just give fuel to these people who continue to say they don't like us, they don't treat us well, they don't do all that. So, and I went and I've been talking to the powers that be.
Okay.
And I can also use this opportunity to talk to the powers that be.
Okay.
When President Tinubu became president, one of his first acts was to change the national anthem.
Yes.
In the national anthem, there is a line that says that we want to build a nation where no man is oppressed.
Okay.
So if you're from the Southeast and you see that you're just being given, okay, the Constitution says you must get one, and then you ask yourself, am I being oppressed
or
not? So
listen.
I think that fairness, equity is the fundamental thing.
Listen.
And for every Igbo, note it, for every Igbo,
listen,
a true born Igbo, there is something that is innate in us. In Igbo, it is said, "Egbe ugo bere," let the kite perch and let the eagle perch. Let no one disturb the other. So we are known for fairness.
Listen.
That's just the point.
You're talking as though the Southeast has been subdued.
No, there is a deliberate policy, whether it is advertent or inadvertent. What people do when you come out of a war, when you have all this type of thing, when you want to have inclusiveness, you bend over backwards to make people feel that they are also part of this polity.
Okay.
And I say, and I repeat, you cannot have in your national anthem where you say, where no man is oppressed, and you continue to oppress a group of people. All you do
So the Southeast is an oppressed people.
Boom.
I'll tell you one thing, Sean.
Boom. They ask you a direct question and you go around explaining. This is where Sean was not giving him the dagger. Dagger. Punchline. He's back here now explaining, begging. He's now in a stage or in a state of servitude. Something that we came to deal with. Something we said was not working all these years. Something that Ojukwu saw back then. Even Nziogu and his men, those that invited Nziogu, because he's not the one that came up with the idea of the coup. No. They told him, Nziogu, please come and join us in this thing. This is our plan. It's not working in Nigeria. Nziogu, being a charismatic guy, he joined them. Something they saw back in the 60s. God have mercy. These cowards are back to it again. Explaining, jaw-jawing, begging, prostrating, trying to show empathy, trying to paint a picture, trying to beg them to see us in their situation. We are oppressed people. Look at this, look at that. Hi, God. We are back to that again, my people. But we thank God. All hope is not lost. Simon Ekpa is not in the hands of the zoo. If Simon Ekpa was sent to Nigeria, then I would have been worried. Because it would be hard to have someone like him come again. It takes a century to have someone like Simon Ekpa, a man who is fearless, a man that was born for this job. Unfortunately, in so many occasions, the one that can take him down will always be those amongst you. Go and check the fight, the boxing of Tyson Fury versus this guy, Deontay Wilder. The second fight, the only way Tyson Fury could defeat Deontay Wilder was to go back to America and hire a coach, a black man who is into southpaw. And the black man now knew the secrets of Deontay Wilder, and he coached Tyson Fury on how to defeat Deontay Wilder, which is why in the second fight and third fight, Tyson Fury dealt with Deontay Wilder. Your secret is only those amongst you that can leak out that secret to the enemy. Today, they are back to the stage of servitude. Today, they are back to that stage where when the federal government, they are discussing their security, matters. No Biafran man is there. They are back to begging. They are back to being humble. They are back to being slaves, good slaves in Nigeria. Why? Because these men you are seeing here, they are making some millions already. Just a handful. They are making millions from government as politicians. So they don't mind, they don't care to keep on begging because they themselves and their families, they are doing well. Let's continue. Let's continue because of time.
From Lagos to Ibadan.
Listen.
I think, no, from Abuja to Kaduna. It's about 100 and something kilometers. Is that not so? From Onitsha to Enugu is 120 kilometers.
Okay.
60 checkpoints.
Listen.
How can you have that?
Okay.
The whole of the Southeast is the most policed area in the world.
Listen, now, when you hear this man speak this way, you would think this is Simon Ekpa speaking. These are all the talking points of we the Biafrans. 60 checkpoints. 60 checkpoints. Even in a border between America and Mexico, you will not see 60 checkpoints there. You will not see it. But in Biafra land, it is called taxation. They are still taxing us. The same way they stole all our money and gave us 20 pounds. Till this day, they are still taxing us. They are still trying to subdue us. They are still trying to keep us in check. 60 checkpoints. Do you know how much that driver will pay? That bus driver, that lorry driver going to Biafra land. Do you know how much they will pay? They have cleared their goods from Lagos. They are coming to Biafra land. Even the 60 checkpoints he's saying is even small. People have counted more than 100 checkpoints from Lagos to their village. And they have to pay, and pay. It's a way of taxation, an indirect tax, because after they pay all those things for their goods, at the end, the owner of the product will now have to add what they call a markup price to include all the cost paid in those checkpoints. So those checkpoints, they are doing a two-in-one kind of, thing there, because the first one is to intimidate you, and second one is to tax you, taxation. It means the price of the products in Biafra land will be expensive because of the markup price, the added price, due to the cost incurred in those checkpoints. So even though back then they gave you 20 pounds to eat and die, today they are doing a reverse, approach. Whereby they're saying, okay, you have cleared your goods in Lagos. Your goods is now on transit to Biafra land. There will be checkpoints throughout. Taxation, indirect tax. And not only that, if you dare complain, you are a dead man. They will shoot you and call you IPOB. They will call you a criminal. They'll call you, all sort of names, a kidnapper. They will kill you, take your clothes off, And in Nigeria, once you see somebody dead with his clothes off, you call him a criminal. Because in your mind, in your memory, they don't implant that chip there. That somebody is guilty. Once they pull in cloths, you wear only pants and blood everywhere, you say he's a criminal. This same Nigerian government, in the checkpoint, I tell you how they killed my own uncle. A rich man in Lagos doing business. He came to build a real estate in the land of Biafra at the time of chaos. During those days, when you are carrying cash, when you are carrying your money to Biafra land, you use Ghana must go bags. And they killed him, stole the money. We saw them shoot that gun. We saw the military kill them. We made phone calls. And our uncle told us, hey, he has just called his friend, who is a police officer. They said, we should just keep on going. Don't even go back. That he's a criminal. They stole, he stole some, they just lied on him. We said, but there was money in the car. They said, no, they opened his car. There was nothing there but guns. Hey! God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I was one of those that carried those bags of money into the car boot of my uncle that day. A loving man. A loving man. A man I always love to sit with. God now saved me. I always love to sit with him. And halfway we stayed, we're having our lunch, we bought lots of biscuits and everything. We're eating biscuits. I was eating biscuit. The crumbs was falling on his seat. My other senior brother goes, hey, come out from that car. You're messing the seat of uncle. Come out from that car. I came off the car of my uncle and sat in the front car. That's what saved my life. The biscuit he bought me, I'm enjoying it. The crumbs, they fall for the car seat. My senior bros can say, hey, you are messing uncle's seat. Come on from that car, go and eat it in the other car. I went, sat in the other car, was eating my stuff, and we're driving. Less than 40 minutes. The police, they stopped us. They checked our own car. We didn't have cash, but we had some money. We bribed them, Hey, you. We give you the money. The next car was our uncle's car. He was there, yeah, guys. But somehow they could smell the money. I'm now suspecting, because I spoke to my mom about it. I'm now suspecting it was an inside job. Probably somebody told the police that, hey, that man, no, they come. Money go there inside that car. Because I told my mom the story. Say, come, mommy, when I was young, that thing happens. It be like saying, them. But say, somebody told a policeman, now the uncle friend, 9 tell police say, they carry money go do business for village. Because it makes no sense. He was just there by his driver. And maybe they got the reg number because the car was coming from Lagos. At the checkpoint, they stopped him there. Guys, definitely they will give them some cash. But luckily for us, they didn't know we were following ourselves. So they stopped him, give some money. They came out. Next, we now constant of why are they wasting time? And we know say money there for the car. So we can't stop for front. They wait. Next thing. Tom. Gunshots. They can't drive the car, enter bush, mom, well. Police or the army can't drive the car, enter bush. When we saw that, we were in panic. We drove a bit further, called our uncles who know somebody in police or whatever. They did not make contact. Say, their uncle just got shot or this. After a few hours, they say, they drive, they go, they say, na criminal, they open boots and they see gun. He won't shoot them. Oh, God have mercy. I have a personal vendetta with that zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria, I will never forgive you You have stolen so much from me. Nigeria, I will never forgive you. Because if I was still in that car eating my biscuits, they would have killed me and him. I'd have been a dead man because there will be no witness. They leave no eyewitness. They took all the Ghana must go. Till this day, his real estate was not completed. Halfway, he built the houses halfway. Before I left that shithole country. Police checkpoint, military checkpoint is a problem. It's a second way of taxation. A man lost his life. A man lost his life that way. When you say these things, there is no sympathy. Those in the media don't care about it. Because to them, we are nothing. Kill the Igbos. They are so pompous. They feel too confident. Kill them off. We don't care. That's how they feel about us. That's how they feel about us. Not only that, in the Biafran war, I told you how my dad lost his real estate. Okay, let's continue.
From Owerri, Baba, which is just barely 36 or 37 kilometers, you will find 30 checkpoints. Every 1 kilometer you have a checkpoint.
Isn't it because of the unrest and some
How
of the
can it be
violence?
because of the unrest? Yeah, they are not unrest everywhere. You have unrest from here to Kaduna.
Are you saying there is a deliberate
I say it's
militarization
a
of the
very
region?
deliberate, and we have shouted, we have screamed, we have told the military, look, there's something that is going on in the southeast today. That is the worst that you can ever see. You coming out in a transport vehicle. Nobody will check the transport vehicle. You come to an army checkpoint, they will just say everybody come out and walk. Whether it's raining, whether the people are sick, whether it is, why do you have to do that? And this is in this country. It doesn't happen anywhere else.
Not in the world.
Everybody
How
in the
can this be?
southeast,
How can this wrong be?
that is the point. The only way it can be corrected is that the people in authority, if the IG makes an instruction today and says, I want you to dismantle all these illegal checkpoints, because I call them illegal, they will, of course, do it. But then what happens is that, Port Harcourt to Owerri, you continue going through checkpoints, and at every checkpoint you pay.
Wouldn't you be allowing all these unknown gunmen to
That is the
operate?
point. So why is it that this unknown gunmen still operate with all these checkpoints? You ask yourself that question.
There seems to be some a bigger picture about the perception of the Saudis, and I'll get to some of the liberalness that a lot of people perceive does not exist in the region. First and foremost, do you think that if Peter Obi had won the election, 2023 presidential election,
Back to Peter Obi again. Hold on there. You see how? Back to Peter Obi, back to election. They've left the problem now. They're talking about politics. Biafran. Say God. So you see the way Shehu, they give this guy the uppercuts. Dagger. Punchlines. Trying to embarrass him. Peter Obi again. Do you think if Peter Obi has won the election, Biafrans, make una wake up. Biafrans, Simon Ekpa is not the problem. Don't believe those who are saying, oh, Simon is killing the people. Ask them, where were they when their government went to the house of Nnamdi Kanu to buy 28 people? Where were they during the Biafran war when 3 million babies lost their life through Kwashoko? Where were they? What were they saying when 7 million people died in Biafra? Nigeria didn't say anything during those days. Those that were Nigerians, so during the Biafran war, they said nothing. Not even their media. They said nothing. It took the Irish, because they have a personal vendetta with Britain. They gained their freedom from Britain, so they understand the game of Britain. It took the Irish there, to say, okay, what is going on here in this eastern region? Irish priests, those who also came, to volunteer to help and to assist us. They saw what it's okay. The best thing we can do is to shame the one pulling the strings, the puppet master. It is Britain. The best thing we can do is to shame Britain, because if the British people can see what the foreign policy of their government is doing abroad, they will throw the stones at their government. So Irish came with a plan, said all the children you can find with Kwashoko that are still alive, gather as much as you can. In just one community alone, they gathered as much as they could. They took pictures, and somehow those pictures were telegraphed back to England on the tabloids. British people, for the first time, they saw the impact of the foreign policy of their government, of their British government. They saw the way they were killing people in Biafra land, all because of foreign policy. For the first time, when they saw it, they were ashamed of their government. For the first time. And before you knew it, Britain has to start, coming up with a plan B. So thanks to the Irish, people from Ireland, not your media. Today, you are crying to your media. Hey, please, look at what they are doing to us. So, do you think the media don't know? You think they don't know about the checkpoints? You think these guys don't travel around Biafra land and they see those checkpoints? They know, but they don't care. Because deep inside, they have a problem with you guys. Deep inside, they don't care. And to an extent, they are scared of the bully in the classroom. When a bully is bullying somebody in the classroom, you have been through that. The bully, they bully somebody. Una not say what in the bully they do, no they good, but you'll be laughing. Benga, how for you? You are laughing at a young boy. The boy is crying. His food is on the floor. You are laughing. Benga. You are laughing. The bully, they embellish. They feel good. But the day you confront the bully and say, hey, please leave that guy alone, the bully will turn on you. So the best thing you can do is to laugh at your own stupidity. So for you guys expecting the Nigerian media to be an advocate for you guys, it shows how stupid our so-called politicians are. That's my only anger. But the moment a savior comes, in the name of Simon Ekpa, the media will now collude with you guys to attack your own. That's the element of the psychology of a man I don't understand. Because 2,000 years ago, they did it to Jesus. When God sent his son to the world, those that he came to, they betrayed him. Think about that. 2,000 years ago, they betrayed Jesus. He was crucified. But today, they are praying to Jesus to come and heal them, to heal the sick, to give them job, to make them make heaven. They are waiting for the second coming of Jesus. Those that crucified Jesus 2,000 years ago, amongst them, Jesus came amongst them and they crucified him. They chose Barnabas over Jesus. They chose a criminal over Jesus. They chose a fraudster over Jesus. They chose a kidnapper over Jesus. They chose a bandit over Jesus. They chose a headsman over Jesus. They chose Boko Haram over Jesus. They chose ISIS over Jesus. They chose Lakurawa over Jesus. They chose the headsmen over Jesus. They chose the Fulani Cabal over Jesus. They chose Nigeria over Jesus. They chose Britain over Jesus. And today, they turn around and say Simon Ekpa is the problem. Today, they say Jesus is the problem. Today, they say blame it on Jesus. Today, they say they love the way things are before the coming of Jesus. Today, they say the approach of Jesus is the problem. They say today, Jesus and his followers, they are the problem. Today, they allowed those around the Pharisees to convince them that Jesus is the problem. Jesus, oh sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Lord have mercy. Hey, Nigerians, you guys, we know the game you guys are playing. My only problem is those so-called politicians, because of the greed, because of what they make, they keep on doing what they are doing. They know the truth. ABARIBE knows the truth. Today, he's speaking the same talking points of Nnamdi Kanu, of Simon Ekpa, talking about those checkpoints. When Simon speaks, he said, we want no checkpoint in Biafra land. Talking does not solve the problem. A coward like Mayegu, all he does is talk the talk. That coward, that fool, you attack Simon Ekpa. You said he's a killer of his people. But today, we've heard from a politician saying it the way it is, but he's saying it from a submissive state, begging. Let's wrap it up from here. Let's just wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Very, very sad.
Could have been a change in all of this.
If Peter Obi had won, you probably would have seen a better Nigeria than what we are seeing today. Number one, he will not be as nepotistic as this government. He won't. It's not in him. That is just who we are. We feel for the other people.
So you think the Tinubu government is highly nepotistic?
I say so. I don't think so. I'm seeing it and we see it every day. And I'm just giving you one example. How can Ogun State have 4 ministers?
Well, Tinubu is not from Ogun State.
That is the point. So why does he favor Ogun State? Look, Oyo State has only 1 minister. Ask yourself that. What is it that he's doing?
Is it the right time for the Igbos and the South, people of the Southeast extraction, to sit down and rethink their politics?
No, see what we're doing, because everybody continues to say that, why don't you think you're well? No, we have decided.
Hold it there. They will always go back to that. ABARIBE and the rest of you there. They know what they are doing. It will go back. They will take it back. They will rewind the hand of the clock and make you guys look stupid. Isn't it time for you guys to realize how you do your politics? Because you guys, you believe in politics. You assume politics is the problem. Those that believe in politics, those that shouted, Obi, Labour, we saw what happened. Even though we said Biafra should not partake, I was observing. I saw what happened. How your so-called man, Peter Obi, was winning. Obi, LP, Obi 24, LP 25. We saw all those things. Suddenly, the umpire came and said there was a system glitch. Where is the incident reference that will tell you what glitch happened? And also, when there is a system glitch, you are talking to somebody who is a guru in the field of IT and cybersecurity. If there is a system glitch on a system, the error code will tell you what it is. And guess what? The error codes, they are not prejudice. They are not racist. Where they'll say, okay, only stop. You know, they don't see. They are not human. If error code stops something from working, it will affect all the other elements working around that traffic. So when you say there was a system glitch, it means if the glitch come in, it will stop the presidential, the senatorial, the local government, any election you are doing that time. A glitch, no good talk say, okay, I have this brain. Let me stop only the ones of the presidential and leave the ones of, the senatorial. That is not true. I was just laughing when I heard, oh, they came and say system glitch. I say, system glitch. It's like you now. Let me give you a simple example. You are browsing at home. You are watching a football game on your laptop, on your computer. Somebody else is watching YouTube. Somebody else in the house. Your daughter, she's watching a TV program. Your son is playing video game. You are all connected to the internet. It's called IoT. Internet of Things. The TV you are watching is a smart TV. It is connected to your internet. Your daughter watching from her laptop the movie, connected to the internet. Your son playing his Xbox, connected to the internet. The other one playing a DVD player, connected to the internet. If your broadband, for example, go off for 2 minutes, it will affect all the devices using that system or that broadband. That's how it works. On your TV, there'll be Wi-Fi failure. There'll be one code there. If you go into it, you will see the code. It will say the reason Wi-Fi failure. The guy, when they watch the TV series on the laptop, the TV might pause. It will pause. You will see that what's going on. It's not moving. When you press it, it will say there's a code there. An error code. The guy playing his Xbox, he'll be surprised there'll be a still image. Nothing is moving. What's going on? Error code. So the error will not say, okay, the broadband is going down. No, I will only affect the TV that daddy is watching. The daughter can still watch her stuff. The son can still. I'm trying to break it down on an elementary level for you guys to understand. When they say there's a system glitch, a glitch in the system means say something went down, stop the way the system they work. So if you like, vote Peter Obi for 1,000,000 years, you're wasting your time. No Biafran will be president in a shithole country. They know that Biafra has left Nigeria. So it makes no sense allowing them to rule a foreign country. On paper, Biafra has left. In our psychology, Biafra, we have left. But you politicians, because you still enjoy the crumbs from the table, you are still somehow a millionaire. Every month you are making your millions. So you assume that you can still find a way to work things out. You want to work it out. You want to talk it out. You want to beg your way out. Hey! I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. I'm not here to discuss the politics of Nigeria. Allow the dead to bury the dead. As God said, give what belongs to Caesar and to God to God. Today I am saying, give what belongs to Nigeria and to Biafra. I'm not here to analyze the games they play. Now we they laugh, because at the back end of any glitch, we are the ones that go there to check to see the error code. In the error code, there is a manual that will tell us the reason behind the error code. Even if it was tampered with, we shall know the operator, the user that caused that error to happen. In the back end, you will see all the information. So forget that nonsense they were saying in that Zoom. It's what they call the least privilege access at the back end of a computer, of a system, of a software system, of a server. A least, oh my God, I just want to go deeper. A least privilege access. Most of you, what you have is your user access. You log in with your login name and password. You gain access. But there is another thing called the least privilege access, handled by the administrator. Now, them go see everything. They say, okay, they said there was a system glitch, but this user logged in and plugged in a USB dongle. The USB dongle has some codes and some error there that created some, a bit of a glitch or virus that stopped something. On the code, there is a message there, a coded message that said, only presidential, press pause. Presidential result, press pause. If it's the senatorial reply, say no. If there are codes, you write a code, but it will come in. So I was just laughing when they were saying, oh, system glitch. It sounded so nice in the ear. But I knew what happened. That was when I knew that Nigeria is really gone. Because for the first time, even the youths came out. The youths, the sheep. In one voice, meh, meh, Peter Obi, meh, meh, meh. Peter Obi is what we want. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. From me, from here, For now, I just want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra Superstars Media. God bless you. Yeah, Biafra, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to